Welcome to our California Real Estate Exam Prep video series. We'll give you 20 daily practice questions for the next 100 days with detailed answers to help you pass the exam and get your license. If you like our videos, please like and subscribe. Let's start now. 1. Tom and Trudy Thompson are both 83 years old and have an annual income of $18,000. They own their home free and clear and want to defer paying property taxes on the property. To receive claim forms and additional information about this program, they should contact A. The Bureau of Real Estate, B. The Department of Housing, C. The County Assessor, D. The State Controller's Office. Answer: D. Elderly people who want to defer their property taxes would contact the State Controller's Office. 2. A broker is obligated by law to keep a copy of the deposit receipt for a minimum of 3 years from the date of A. The first date on the deposit receipt, B. From the closing of the transaction, C. The recording of the deed, D. Whichever of the above is earliest. Answer: B. The requirement for record retention is as of the date of the closing of the transaction. 3. A mechanic's lien filed today would usually have priority over A. A trust deed loan recorded against the property before any work was done, B. A tax lien to be filed tomorrow, C. An unrecorded deed delivered a week ago, D. Both B and C. Answer: C. Recording gives priority. The first to record is generally first in right. 4. A buyer in a land contract has A. Possessory interest, B. Equitable title, C. Security interest, D. Legal title. Answer: B. Under a land contract, the buyer has equitable title and full legal title is given to the buyer only after the final payment is received. 5. Within 1 month after closing of a transaction, a real estate broker handling a transaction shall cause the information to be given to both the seller and the purchaser in writing as to A. Name, address, and license number of the escrow company, B. The exact amount of the licensee's compensation, C. The exact amount of the sale price, D. All of the above. Answer: C. The law does not require the use of an escrow company, and the licensee's compensation is a matter of concern only to the licensee and his client. He must, however, inform both the seller and the purchaser of the exact amount of the sale price. 6. Grant was hired by a prospective purchaser to appraise a commercial lot with some improvements. It was difficult to determine the legal status of the improvements because of their nature. In the appraisal report, Grant should A. Include the items located on the lot because they will be transferred with the lot, B. Disregard all items that he cannot specifically state to be a part of the property, C. Estimate the legal significance of any attached items that he is uncertain about and give his reasons, D. Tell the buyer that he cannot complete the assignment and return all the money received. Answer: C. An appraiser should provide as much information as possible. Since he is unsure whether the items are real or personal property, he should value them separately and give his best reasoning why they would be real or personal property. 7. Which of the following is always true of a broker's trust account? A. Must have the same name of the broker and the beneficiary. B. Must look for an account with the highest interest rate. C. Must have a fidelity bond for the amount in the account. D. Must be designated as a trust account. Answer: D. Designating the account as a trust account offers certain protection to the owner of the funds. Funds that are designated as held in trust cannot be frozen pending litigation or during probate if the account holder becomes incapacitated or dies. Further, each individual with funds deposited in a designated trust account insured by the FDIC is insured up to $100,000, as opposed to just $100,000 for the entire account. The bank does not require the name or signature of the principal for a broker's trust account because the broker is required to keep the records for each individual. A trust account is not usually interest-bearing. The owner of the funds must request an interest-bearing account and other requirements must also be met. A fidelity bond is only required if the broker designates an unlicensed employee to make withdrawals. 8. Which of the following statements concerning property taxes and special assessments is not true? A. Both are used to support the general functions of government. B. Property taxes are ad valorem taxes and special assessments are for specific improvements. C. Property taxes and special assessments have equal priority. D. If the owner does not pay the special assessment, the property can be foreclosed in a method that is similar to a property tax sale. Answer: A. Special assessments are used to pay for local improvements which benefit a limited local area. 9. The expectation of future appreciation in price is referred to as the A. Exchange value. B. Utility value. C. Subjective value. D. Savings value. Answer: A. 10. A standby loan commitment refers to A. The fee that a mortgage loan broker collects for committing to a loan for a borrower. B. A lender's decision to make a construction loan. C. The origination charge that a lender will collect for making a construction loan. D. A commitment by the lender to make a permanent takeout loan upon the borrower's demand. Answer: D. This is the definition of a standby commitment. 11. Property is sold on May 21, 2018. Taxes from the 2018/2019 tax year. A. Become the sole responsibility of the seller. B. Become the sole responsibility of the buyer. C. Are shared equally by buyer and seller. Answer: B. The tax year runs from July through June. Since the buyer purchased the property before July 1, 2003, he or she is responsible for all taxes for the 2003/2004 tax year. Additionally, the buyer is responsible for the taxes from May 21, 2003 through June 30, 2003. 12. Of the following liens, the one that would be given priority would be A. Trust deed signed and recorded April 28, 2010. B. Trust deed signed on April 27, 2010 and recorded on April 29, 2010. C. Mechanics lien applicable to work that was started on April 25, 2010. D. Street improvement assessment lien created May 10, 2010. Answer: D. Property tax and assessment liens have priority. 13. Which of the following indicators would best define the purchasing power of the US dollar? A. Discount rate. B. Gold standards. C. Interest rates on Treasury notes. D. Price indexes. Answer: D. The Consumer Price Index indicates the purchasing power of the US dollar in relation to a set list of goods and services. 14. A real estate sales contract for the purchase of real property wherein the buyer's performance is conditioned upon the buyer first being able to arrange a specified lease is considered to be A. A unilateral contract because it requires an act for a promise. B. A conditional but enforceable contract. C. Illusory, indefinite and unenforceable. D. Unenforceable due to the fact that it violates the statute of limitations. Answer: B. A real estate sales contract may be made conditional on anything agreeable to the parties, which could include a requirement that the buyer be able to obtain satisfactory leases. 15. A couple makes an offer on a listing contingent upon getting the approval of Uncle Paul. The agent takes the offer to the seller, and although she has not discussed it with the buyers, she indicates that there would be no problem getting the approval. Upon telling the buyers that their offer was accepted, the couple tells the agent that Uncle Paul is out of the country and they are not certain when he will return. The agent's actions were A. Acceptable. B. Beneficial. C. Unlawful. D. Unethical. Answer: C. 16. Johnson is buying a new house and wants to obtain an FHA loan. Johnson has a good credit history but an irregular income. According to FHA, the payments A. Will have to be monthly. B. Could be quarterly. C. Could be semi-annual. D. Could be made at any agreed upon interval. Answer: A. FHA loan payments must be monthly. 17. On a seller's closing statement, which of the following items would be found in the debit column? A. Sale of personal property. B. Prepaid rent. C. Prepaid insurance proration. D. None of the above. Answer: B. Prepaid rent would be unearned by the seller and therefore would appear on the seller's closing statement as a debit item and would appear on the buyer's closing statement as a credit item. 18. Anderson sold a farm to Barnes on May 1, 2005. The real property taxes for the 2005 to 2006 tax year. A. Attached to the purchase price Anderson received. B. Become a personal obligation of Barnes. C. Would normally be prorated by the escrow agent. D. Are a lien on the farm. Answer: D. In such a transaction, taxes for 85 to 86 are not yet due or payable, since that tax year starts July 1st, 1 foot 985 inches. They are not considered a personal obligation but are regarded as a lien on the farm. (19) Which of the following is not considered constructive eviction? A. Attempting to rent the same apartment to a different party. B. Failing to maintain the property in a livable manner. C. Bringing a court action. D. Turning off utilities. Answer: C. Constructive eviction takes place when the landlord makes the property unsuitable in such a way that the tenant is forced to move, but the tenant still has certain rights. For example, the tenant can sue for damages because the landlord interfered with the tenant's right to quiet enjoyment. By bringing a court action, the landlord is starting a legal process to remove the tenant. 20. Which of the following must contain a notice that the commission rate is negotiable? A. Commercial lease. B. Listing for a business opportunity. C. Listing agreement for a commercial building. D. Listing agreement for a residential property with 1 to 4 units. Answer: D. Listing agreements for residential property with 1 to 4 units or a mobile home must contain a notice, in 10-point boldface type, that the commission rate is negotiable. A broker is not required to include a notice with other types of listing, but it is sometimes recommended. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please consider subscribing to our channel so you don't miss out on our future videos. We look forward to seeing you in the next one.